The trip to Grandma's is proving treacherous for some drivers across the Northwest. Snow this morning caught some drivers off guard and could make for some slick conditions tonight. KXY4's Colleen O'Brien is live along I-90 tonight with how the roads are looking. How are things out there right now, Colleen?
Not too bad, Mike, but we do know that it is going to get slick outside. We're on the Arthur Street overpass just over I-90, and cars are moving at the speed limit. We have one disabled vehicle pulled over to the side, but that is not related to the weather. But again, as the temperatures are expected in the upper teens, low 20s tonight, the roads are going to get slick, so you want to be careful. Earlier today, city crews were out plowing what had fallen overnight, anywhere from 1 to 4 inches, depending on where you lived, more in the higher elevations. But that made for a slow and slippery morning commute. By the afternoon, most of the streets have melted off and they were safe to drive on. The city of Spokane sent out a press release with their plan, which consisted of plowing hills and major arterials and laying down sand as needed. If you're traveling tonight to get somewhere for Christmas and have to go over the mountain passes, there are pass cams and updated restrictions for tires. Sometimes they update it with tires that are needed or chains for the passes. You can find that on the Washington State or Idaho State Department of Transportation websites just to check and know before you go over those mountain passes. And speaking of mountain passes, Highway 2 is closed due to treacherous winter conditions, and that includes Stephen Pass, so that is not an option if you are heading over to the west side. Reporting live, Colleen O'Brien, KXLY4 HD News.
All right, Colleen, thanks for being out there for us tonight. And speaking of Highway 2, take a look. Drivers in central Washington dealing with some major hazards along that highway. The 35-mile stretch between Leavenworth and Stevens Pass is closed indefinitely because of falling trees. Heavy snow had brought down trees over the weekend. Take a look at this, killing 2 people who were driving through that area. The Department of Transportation calls it the most treacherous conditions on that road in 30 years.
Typically what we're seeing is certain species are uprooting and falling over, and other species are just snapping mid-stalk and just tumbling over. Just a lot of downed trees.
Skiers can't access Stevens Pass ski area from the east side, and some ski resort employees, they've been stranded at that mountain for days now. KXY4 is tracking real-time weather conditions 24 hours a day. Before you head out the door, check with KXLY4 on TV, online, on our radio station. That's the AM dial on 920 for the latest road and weather conditions from across our region and across the country as well.